Hey guys, so I'm making this video to clear up a little bit of drama and rumors about myself that a young lady posted about me on Facebook like a couple days ago, saying a bunch of stuff about myself that quite frankly isn't true. So I'm just here to clarify some of the things that she's claiming against me. And first off, I just want to say that I'm sorry for any pain that I've caused you or, tension between us. That really honestly wasn't the idea or the, you know, it wasn't the intention for anything. Yeah, I did say something about paying you in gum for a photo shoot a while back, but it was a joke. And I said it on Twitter so that it wouldn't connect back to you. I wasn't trying to offend you or say anything. It's just I honestly don't pay for photo shoots, and I don't especially wouldn't pay for an amateur photo shoot. And I didn't mean it I didn't mean it to be insulting, and I did say sorry for that. So if you want to hold your vendetta against me, that's totally fine. I understand, but just know that I'm sorry, and just know that I didn't mean for you to take offense to that. Secondly, the status that she posted is this status may sorry. Okay. This status may start drama, but it's time that Missy Lynn Mitchell is called out on a public post she cannot delete herself. First off, bulimia is not the answer. Second, I will no longer be photographing someone who claims to be non-egotistical and undermines my work. Tweeting to pay me in candy. I can hold grudges too. Third, posting tweets about a current vegetarian eating meat 2 years ago is simply just not relevant. You cheated when you first became a veg too. Rep your lifestyle, but don't be a douche. Lastly, Hinduism is awesome and all, but you're doing it wrong if your internet personality is a total bitch. Feed the soul, starve the ego, not yourself. Let's take this as a learning experience to better ourselves. All in favor, say aye. Well, okay. First off, I'm not bulimic. Just throw that out there. I actually take pride in exercising and eating healthy. Well, as healthy as possible, I should say. And whoever is starting this rumor, if it's yourself or if it's another person, I would highly appreciate it if you would, instead of assuming something about somebody like that, especially an eating disorder, because that's kind of a big deal, especially for a lot of people who do have eating disorders, it could be offensive to not only myself, but to them. So to clear it up, I don't have bulimia. I don't starve myself. I have fasted for spiritual purposes a few times, but it's more for detox and stuff like that. It's not anorexia or starving myself. I love food a lot, and I smoke bud, so I eat a lot. But I do work out. I do hot yoga at least. I try to go, 5 times a week, but I go at least 3 times a week. So that's how I keep my body thin and fit. I don't eat meat, and that's another reason why. And the reason why she said posting tweets about a current vegetarian, well, there's this girl, I don't even want to mention her name because it doesn't even matter. It's not relevant to this. It's not, it's pointless calling out names, but she came to me last year asking me about me being a vegetarian and how I stay thin and stuff like that. And I told her, well, I'm a vegetarian, I try to stay away from animal products and stuff like that. And, a week later, she became a vegetarian. And, I follow this girl on social networks, and she's, lied for attention before. And so she said she was a vegetarian for 4 years, and I was just like, wait, there's no way you've been a vegetarian for 4 years, because I haven't even been a vegetarian for 4 years, and I talked to you about being a vegetarian. And so she got defensive and started talking a bunch of shit to me on on Twitter, so I kind of just ignored it. And then the next day, uh, that girl posts, the other girl, her best friend, posts the status about me. And I'm really not trying to be a bitch. If I come across that on the internet, I'm sorry, but I mean, I would have said the same thing in person. If you're lying, you're lying, and I would rather, you know, take one on a spiritual level to call out a liar, because to me personally, I mean, some people, some spiritual people, it wouldn't matter at all. And that's fine, but it bothers me because, you know, being a vegetarian is a very big deal for me. And it's a huge deal. And for somebody to lie about it for attention from people is it hits home. So that's the reason why I said something in the first place. And yeah, I regretted it after I said it, of course, but I mean, I said it, so I can't take it back. And I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Like, there's my ego coming out. I'm sorry. It's hard. It's really hard for me, especially being an internet personality, to, you know, control and tame my ego all the time. But I have come a really long way, and, you know, if you don't see that, then that's fine. But, I mean, on a personal level, I've noticed myself, like, maybe just even last year, I probably would have, you know, said some stupid stuff that's irrelevant, like call you out on something, you know, like, I don't know, I don't even want to talk about it. But, you know, I've come a long way from a year. Yeah, I mean, to someone who sees an ideal spiritual person, um, they would have avoided it altogether. But I'm not an ideal spiritual person yet. I'm still learning, you know, just barely integrating into, you know, what I even deem as an intermediate phase. Like, I barely just passed the nose phase in my spirituality, and um it's taken me at least 5 years, maybe even, yeah, like 5 years to get to this point. And yeah, so I just wish that, you know, you guys could see me more on a personal level than on the internet level, because on the internet I say everything that comes to my mind when I'm like, you know, chilling and tweeting or whatever, you know, it's just whatever pops up. It's my little diary kind of thing. So if I say something offensive, I'm not meaning it as like a personal hit. It's my thoughts. Sometimes my ego overcomes my spiritual side, and, well, I'm not even gonna lie, my ego often overcomes my spiritual side. But day by day, moment by moment, I'm learning to tame it more and more and more, and I'm trying my hardest. So sorry if I offend you, or if, you know, if I seem like I'm trying to be superior over you. I'm not. I'm really, really not. Like, if you don't like what I have to say, if you don't like my opinions and my beliefs, then you can delete me. Like, I'd rather you delete me than have to deal with confrontation and conflict for nothing, you know? Like, it solves nothing. It really takes away from both parties, and, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, it can be avoided altogether, and, you know, I'm trying to learn that it's not worth, you know, saying something. But a lot of the people who actually did, you know, comment on the posts and whatever, don't actually know me on a personal level. The girl who posted it doesn't even know me on a personal level. And to me, it's kind of like, well, like, the internet's one thing, but knowing somebody on a personal level is a completely different, you know, thing. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch on the internet. I'm really not. Like, but, you know, if I come across that sometimes, then I do. But from where I came and where I am now, I've progressed a lot. And a lot of people might not see that because they don't see me every day or follow me every day, but, you know, I've seen it. And a couple years ago, I would have been, you know, talking shit right back and saying a bunch of pointless stuff just to get my point across, just to get my idea to stick with them, you know, whatever. it's pointless. It solved nothing. I mean, she might have gotten the, gratification from people and all of that, but at the end of the day, she's still talking down to somebody for I can't say no reason, because I know she was hurt that I said that to her, but I apologized, and she said she accepted my apology for that prior to this. So, I mean, I can't do more than that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what else to do to make you happy. Like, I could kiss your ass or whatever, but what would that solve? So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what to do about that. So, yeah. And then there's a lot of people saying on the post that I'm fake about my spirituality, and that I use my spirituality to gain like attention from people, which isn't necessarily true. I use my ego on social network sites to attract people to my beliefs. Not necessarily, change their beliefs or anything, but it gives them an opportunity to see that, girls can be pretty smart and spiritual. It doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, she likes to look a certain way, so she's less spiritual. That I don't feel it takes away from my spirituality. I mean, like I said, I'm not an advanced spiritualist, so I'm not quite there. I'm not at the level of myself personally to, be all natural and live off of nature. To me, that's ultimate spirituality. But I'm here now, learning at my own pace, through my own experiences, through my own way, in my own favor, through spirituality. So if I'm, using my ego, I am. And I am using my ego. I never claimed egolessness, ever. I know I'm not egoless because, I wake up every day and put makeup on. That's ego. That's, a false self, but it's at the density I'm at now, it fits my vibration. It suits my whole vibration. So if you want to judge me for that, that's fine, but I know where I'm at spiritually. I don't claim to be superior over people. I don't want people to think I feel that I'm superior over people for what I know or for what I believe in. It has nothing to do with that. Yeah, I get a little egotistical on the internet sometimes, but you have the option to block that out of your field. So, yeah. With that being said, I think that's about it. Let's see. I would appreciate it if a lot of people didn't, judge me for my internet ego or my internet personality, because as much as it is a part of me, it's not me. Yeah, I'm an internet personality and I'm on the internet almost every day. Well, I'm on the internet every day. We'll just put it like that. But my work is on the internet, my career, my modeling, and I'm starting up a clothing line. So all of that, all of my business is on the internet. And if I didn't have to make money, I probably wouldn't be on the internet as much as I am today, now. And I don't know. I know not everybody's gonna like me, and that's fine, but I just wish that if you do decide to judge me on a personal note. If you know me personally, then by all means, say something. But to call me out on the internet, on Facebook, and have a bunch of people like a status against me, which is, if you enjoy doing it, that's fine. But just know that I don't I don't see it as offensive. I see it more as a learning lesson to, it's more of a lesson to, stop indulging in the ego as much as I do and start, focusing more on what's real and what's around me and what's here and now instead of, things that don't really matter. I mean, yeah, I know I shouldn't have called her out on that, but it bothered me. And I'm they say even the most intelligent people can, their emotions are their biggest downfall. And at that time, I wasn't thinking rationally. I was running off of my emotions. So my emotions kind of took over because I was, bugged at the fact that she lied about something that means so much to me. And I said something. It wasn't necessarily the right thing to do. It wasn't necessarily the wrong thing to do, but it's what I did. So, I mean, I'm sorry if I offended you, but at the end of the day, who's more in the wrong? The person who called the person out for lying or the person for lying in the first place? Just saying, like, I don't know. Especially for attention on the internet. Just, it's not that important. Like, I don't know. To each his own. That's all I can say off of this. So, I mean, if you want to think I'm a bitch, that's totally fine. I understand. Sometimes I am. I'm not gonna lie. My ego is a big one. And, I do my best at all times to, keep it tame. It's hard. It's really, really hard. I mean, it's actually probably one of the hardest things I deal with every day, but, I try. So, as long as I'm trying, then I know that's good enough for myself. And I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to change your beliefs or whatever. I'm just trying to, put the information out there because there's a lot of valuable information in not just spirituality, but in science also, and astrology, and just, everything that I study and believe. And it means a lot to me to, be able to express that and for people to actually listen, because I've been posting this stuff on MySpace since I've been like 17 years old, and I'm 21 now, so, it's been a while. And throughout the years, people have criticized me over and over and over for my beliefs. Like, I was posting about the Illuminati before it was cool or whatever, and people would like hate on me for believing that and saying like, oh no, it doesn't exist, you're crazy, blah blah blah. 2 years later, 2010 comes and it's a trend, so like, I know what I'm talking about. I don't fake being spiritual just because of how I look. Like, I'm really into this stuff. I read a lot of books about it, like, I could go on and on about it, but obviously I don't have time, and there's a lot to it, so please don't assume things about me that aren't true, because, one, if you're lying about, if you're lying about things like saying I have bulimia or whatever, then you're putting out false information and you're deceiving the masses, making them think that I'm not the person that I am, which isn't cool because you're talking about respecting others. Well, making up lies and rumors isn't necessarily respecting. I mean, treat others as you would want to be treated. That's all I have to say. So, if I offended you, I'm sorry. If you think I'm a bitch, I'm sorry. I'm really not. If you think I feel that I'm above you or superior to you, I'm not. I'm just as human as the next person. I'm like 100% human, earth human, you know. I am spiritual, but I'm not a master. I'm not, at the top of the spiritual whatever, if there is even a top, like, it's it's not about that. It's about, you know, non-judgment and stuff like that. And I'm trying to learn. I really am, but you know, I'm just me. I'm just myself. I'm trying. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm not egoless. I'm not better than you. I'm sorry if I've caused you pain, and if you feel that you need to talk to me, feel free to message me about it instead of posting on a public forum about myself. Because to me, you know, it's disrespectful. More so than, you know, saying a subtweet about somebody. Like, and yeah, you may have different views about that, but I mean, to me, I wasn't trying to like harm you or offend your ego. I was just trying to express how I felt at the time. And I did say sorry for that. So if you can't forgive me, then I understand. But just know that I really am sorry, and I really do mean this apology. And if I offend you, or if you think I'm not the person that I claim to be, then by all means, unfriend me, unfollow me. Don't put up with my shit, you know, like, you don't have to. And I wish that you would do that so it saves us both, you know, negative confrontation or negative emotions, because negativity isn't necessary. You don't need it. Something I'm trying to learn and something I'm trying to do is bite my tongue in certain situations. It's not always easy. I mean, if you think it's easy, try it for yourself. It's really not. Being spiritual in the age of, or in the year of 2013 is extremely hard when there's so much outside impulses to not be spiritual. Like, literally everything outside is an impulse to not be spiritual. Especially in this day and age, like with all the materialism, with all of the you know, the sex, the drugs, the parties, the drinking, the the hair dye even. It's not necessarily deemed completely spiritual, but you know, we're just breaking through into the world of, into the age of Aquarius. So um I feel it's totally okay to be a beginner, and if you think that I should be more than I am, then just don't follow me, because I'm who I am. I'm learning at my own pace. I'm not trying to be above anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to figure out my path, but also do what's right at the end of the day. And I feel that what I said to the girl who posted that was offensive, but I feel, even though it brought up confrontation, that calling out somebody on a lie about something wasn't necessarily wrong. And you could judge me for that, but that's how I feel. That's my belief. And I feel I did the right thing, and maybe they will take this as a lesson to, you know, not lie or spread rumors about themselves or others that aren't true, because truth is honorable and it will get you far in life. It may not pay off right away, but it will eventually. And lying will pay off right away. You know, it will. I've been there. A lot of people think that I think I'm so perfect and blah blah blah. I know my flaws. I know where I've been. I know where I came from. Don't get me wrong. But lies will hold you back in the long run, and it may pay off right away. You may, you know, get a bunch of attention and followers and people who think you're awesome and cool, but it's fake. It's not truth. It's not authentic. It's not who you really are. And eventually your foundation will crumble. Trust me, I've been there. So, um, yeah. all.